Hello guys, welcome to our YouTube channel Tipsy Storyteller. Today we are going to tell you the story of the movie Sita Ramam released in 2022. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Set in 1964, Lieutenant Ram, an orphan Indian Army officer serving at the Kashmir border, gets anonymous love letters from Sita Mahalakshmi. Ram is on a mission to find Sita and propose his love. Sita Ramam was released theatrically on August 5, 2022. The film emerged as a critical and huge commercial success, grossing over 105 crore at the box office with a production budget of 30 crore. Grab your beer, and let's enjoy the movie plot for movie Sita Ramam and Quat. Ansari, a Pakistani extremist, opposes the brotherly relationship between Kashmiri Muslims and Hindus in 1964. He intends to break the bond and separate them. He is convinced that the Indian Army is the source of the country's unity. He brainwashes teenagers in Pakistan and then sends them to Kashmir. He advises them to live in disguise in order for his plans to succeed. In 1985, Afreen is a ferocious Pakistani-based rabble-rouser in London who despises India. In retaliation for India burning Pakistan's flag, she sets fire to an Indian's car. Her university's management board reveals the car's owner to be their sponsor, philanthropist Anand Mehta, and asks her to apologize to him. Because Afreen dislikes apologizing to Indians, the philanthropist offers her two options: give him $1 million as compensation or be rusticated from college. As a tenacious and unapologetic patriot, she decides to compensate him and returns to Pakistan to thank her grandfather, Pakistan Army Brigadier Tariq, for providing her with the funds to do so. When she arrives in Pakistan, she discovers that her grandfather has died. In his will, he requests that she deliver a letter written in 1965 by Indian Army Lieutenant Ram to his lover, Sita Mahalakshmi of India, which he could not deliver because it was a debt that Afreen had to pay. She will inherit his fortune if she succeeds. Afreen reluctantly agrees to deliver the letter to her so that she can inherit Tariq's wealth. Afreen travels to Hyderabad in search of Sita, accompanied by Balaji, her senior at London University. She arrives at the address only to discover that it is a ladies' college. She inquires about Sita with Subramaniyam, who has been working there for over 20 years. He tells Afreen that the college was once the Nawab of Hyderabad's royal palace, which Princess Noor Jahan donated for girls' education. He also claims that no one named Sita was present. Without any information, Afreen is unable to locate Sita. Instead, she goes in search of Ram and discovers the address of Lieutenant Vikas Varma, who was in Ram's regiment in Kashmir. Afreen meets Ram's friend Durjoy Sharma and superior Vishnu Sharma after meeting Vikas, and learns about Ram's story. Ansari, who sent teenagers to Kashmir in 1964, tells them where the Indian Army is. After learning about them, Major Selvan directs the army to apprehend and execute the Pakistani teenagers, as they pose a threat to the safety of Indians in Kashmir. However, their plan backfires when Kashmiri Muslims in the area, who saw the children as their own, attack every soldier responsible for the children's deaths. Knowing what is going to happen, Ansari enters Kashmir and brainwashes the Kashmiri Muslims. In Agarta, enraged Muslims set fire to the homes of Kashmiri Pandits. Recognizing that they are under Ansari's influence, Ram attempts to stop them, where he captures the informant and reveals the truth to the Kashmiri Muslims. When they discover the truth, they apologize for inciting a religious riot and offer to assist the Indian Army in putting out the fires. This incident makes national headlines, and Ram and his fellow regiment members are hailed as national heroes. Vijayalakshmi, an investigative journalist, arrives to interview them and discovers Ram as an orphan. The next day, on the radio, she tells everyone about Ram and requests that everyone in India send him their love. As a result, Ram receives numerous letters from people all over India recognizing him as their own brother and son. He is overjoyed to learn that he has a large family and begins writing letters to all of them. One of them is a letter addressed to him as her husband written by Sita Mahalakshmi. He is taken aback, and he receives letters from her with no return address on a regular basis. Vikas and Ram board the same train as Sita one day, based on the minute details she provided in the letters. He searches the entire train and locates her. He repeats a riddle written in her letter in order for her to recognize him. He gives her his friend's phone number and departs by train. When he arrives at the home of his friend Durjoy Sharma, he discovers that the phone has been dead for a week. Sita arrives at Durjoy's house in search of Ram. When they meet, Ram discreetly takes a picture of her. Sita departs once more without providing him with an address. Ram attends a magic show in search of Sita and meets her friend, who reveals that Sita has been writing him numerous letters but has only posted a few of them. He learns that Sita is a dance teacher who is staying in Princess Noor Jahan's palace in Hyderabad to teach her Bharatanatyam. He enters the palace with Subramaniyam's assistance and meets Sita. Ram discovers that he saved her from riots in Agarta, and that this was her first meeting with him. However, he couldn't see her face at the time. Sita is later revealed to be Princess Noor Jahan, whose marriage alliance is fixed with the Prince of Oman in order to save her family's factories and businesses that were captured in Oman. She goes to say goodbye to Ram, but ends up accompanying him for the next 4 days, during which they meet his family, the ones that wrote him the letters. A journalist observes Sita and Ram and photographs them together. Later, Ram departs for Kashmir after dropping Sita off at the palace. The photographs are published in the newspaper, revealing the princess's affection for a commoner. Sita informs her brother of the news and cancels her alliance. She travels to Kashmir in search of Ram. They spend time together, and Noor meets Ram's co-workers as Sita. At dinner, they meet Vishnu Sharma and his family. They are, however, attacked by a youngster seeking vengeance for previous encounters. They apprehend him and learn the exact location of Ansari. Ram promises to save the youngster's younger sister, Wahida, from Ansari. The army plans a covert mission to assassinate Ansari and warns the soldiers that if they are caught, they will be disowned and declared traitors. Ram tells Sita that if he is discovered dead, the soldiers will bury him inside the bathtub. Ram, Vishnu Sharma, and his team set out for the mission, crossing the Indian border, and successfully execute Ansari. However, Brigadier becomes concerned about the fires that erupted as a result of the crossfiring and sets out to find them. Ram and his team are about to leave when Ram hears a girl cry and recognizes Wahida. He sets out to save her. However, Ram and Vishnu Sharma are apprehended by the Pakistan army, while the other soldiers successfully escape. Brigadier Tariq receives Wahida from Ram. They are brutally tortured in order to reveal the coordinates to the Indian army base in Kashmir, but Brigadier Tariq takes pity on Ram and Vishnu and looks after them. The Pakistani soldiers use brute force to force Vishnu to reveal the coordinates of the Indian army bases in exchange for his freedom and not harming his family. Vishnu is released, but Ram is hanged to demoralize the Indian army. The bases of the Indian army in Kashmir are destroyed, and Ram is labeled a traitor. Ram writes a letter to Sita and asks the brigadier to deliver it to her before his execution. Afreen discovers in 1985 that the brigadier was, in fact, Tariq. Furthermore, the child whose life Ram saved during the fire is Afreen, which is why Tariq stated that delivering the letter was a debt she had to fulfill. A changed Afreen, with a heavy heart, delivers the letter to Sita via Balaji, where they learn about Ram's innocence and find a newspaper clipping attached to it about Princess Noor Jahan of Hyderabad falling in love with a common man. Both Afreen and Balaji realize that Ram was aware of Sita's true Muslim identity and did not care. An investigation into Vishnu Sharma and his regiment is ordered, using Ram's letter as evidence and Afreen as a witness. In humiliation, he shoots himself with his service revolver. Sita is successful in proving Ram's innocence and restoring his name and honor in the Indian army. Please don't forget to like and subscribe so you will get update. Watch full movie as it's a must-watch movie. Thank you for your time. Cheers.